Welcome to the TV and Monitors Prime Day sale video. I picked out what I think are some decent options to check over for you. Any Amazon links will be affiliate and they'll be in the description or the pinned comment. You can always search for these products on your own if you want. You don't need to use any of these links. Let's see what I found. I'm going to start off with the highest priced TV on my list for this video. This is the TCL 65-inch QM6K series QD mini LED TV. It is a 4K resolution UHD Google Smart TV. It is 144 Hz. That 288 Hz gaming rate that they show here, that's just marketing. It's 144 Hz here. Let me pull up the information for the ports that you get. So it looks like you've got your USB, you've got your Ethernet, you have a couple of HDMI. It looks like no display port, but that's probably fine for a regular TV. This is considered a high contrast HVA panel with HDR built in. This is going to be coming in at $547.99 for that 65-inch, but you can also get the smaller 55-inch if you want for $447.99. That's also a pretty good deal. And again, this is the only 144 Hz TV I have on my list, but there are others. This is just one of the better price ones I think going on right now. Let's move on. We got the Hisense 55-inch. This is the QD7. This is a mini LED 4K UHD Smart Fire TV. So this has that Amazon Fire built in. Now Hisense, sometimes they source their stuff from LG if it's usually their OLED or QLED, so it kind of depends on their LCD. Some of those panels they actually they manufacture internally, and then sometimes they get their LCD panels from others as well, but most of their bigger tech comes from LG itself. So it's kind of an interesting brand. It's kind of one of those white labels that you might see here and there, coming in at $357.99 for that 55-inch with that Amazon Fire built in. I got a couple of Amazon Fire TVs here. This is going to be the actual Amazon Fire one. This is the Amazon branded 65-inch Omni QLED Series 4K UHD Smart TV. It says Dolby Vision IQ, coming in at $449 for that 65-inch. Now, all of these panels that I'm going to be showing here, except for that original TCL one, these are all going to be 60 Hz. The 144 Hz was just that first one. You've got a couple of ports here, so you've got HDMI 2.0, looks like 3 of those. You've got an HDMI 2.1, headphone, and optical. Next Amazon Fire TV we have is a 43-inch. This is going to be another 4K UHD Smart TV. This came out in 2024, so you can go down here. If you don't need that 65-inch, you can go with this 43-inch at $219.99. Not a bad deal right now, but they do have other options down there too for this very particular TV. So there's that 50-inch, and then there's that 55-inch if you really want it. I got some Roku ones here to show you, and I'm actually a fan of Roku TVs just because their interface is pretty easy to use. If you have someone who wants a smart TV, but they really don't want to have to fiddle around too much, I think the Roku TVs is a perfect one for them. This is a 2025 model, a 55-inch 4K HDR. Now all these TVs should also have Wi-Fi built into them as well. Sometimes they have that Ethernet port. They have a couple of sizings on sale right now, so you can get down to that 43-inch for that $229 if you want to, or you can go higher to that 75 way up there, but I'm trying to show you things that are a little bit more mid to lower priced in this particular video. I got a more budget-friendly option here for you. This is the Insignia 50-inch. This is the F50. This is a LED TV. It's also 4K UHD. This is going to have Amazon Fire built into it, coming in at $169.99 for the 50-inch. So Insignia, a brand that's been around for a while now. Used to be able to get them at Best Buy too. I think famously they started being sold at Walmart. Always considered a budget brand, but sometimes their panels are sourced from the bigger companies, so you might want to just check out each individual model, see what those reviews are like. This might be one to pick up here if you're really on a budget. All right, coming to the end of our TVs here, we have one of the FPD 43-inch. This is going to be a Google TV. Now this is a 1080p. It's not 4K. This is also a 60 Hz, but you got that Google TV built in. If you're a fan of Google TV, you like that interface, instead of having to have a separate box in order to run it, you can get that built in if you don't like Fire and if you don't like Roku. This is going to be $164.24 for that 43-inch. Now the last TV I got for you is another FPD. This is going to be a 55-inch. This one is 4K with Google TV built in, so going to be better resolution than that other one there for you. Coming in at $284.99 for that 55-inch. Now getting into our monitor section here, I got the Acer KB242Y. This one here is 23.8 inches. It's 120 Hertz. Now interestingly, this one still has VGA ports in it, so if you have some equipment that you still need VGA, this might be one of those options here for you. Now there's going to be a lot of monitor options that you have for Prime Day. The ones I highlighted here are going to be more budget friendly, generally 1080p or 2K resolution. I got another Acer for you. This is going to be the Acer Nitro series, a 27-inch wide QHD display at 2560 by 1440p. This is going to be an IPS monitor at 180 Hz refresh rate. You're going to get DisplayPort, HDMI, all of that here, coming in at $169.99. Moving on to Samsung, I got a budget one here. This is a 24-inch. This is the Odyssey G3, 1 millisecond response time, 180 Hz display, AMD FreeSync, coming in at $109.99 for you. Now the last Samsung monitor here I got is the 32-inch Odyssey G55C. This is going to be a QHD monitor. Also has AMD FreeSync in it, 165 Hz, 1 millisecond response time. This is going to be $199.99 for that 32-inch. Now I got a Chinese brand in here. I believe it's a KOORUI. This is going to be a gaming monitor at 24-inch IPS display, 180 Hz, 2560 by 1440 resolution at 1 millisecond response time. Now I did some digging on these guys, and just like any other white label product, it looks like they do source their panels themselves from some of the bigger guys, so it depends. It could be LG, it could be Samsung, it kind of just depends. They've got quite a bit of reviews, although they do have a lot of models here that are kind of wrapped up into that same review section, so you might want to do your individual research on each one. There's quite a few of these white labels that are showing up on Amazon now. Some have got really great reviews, some of them don't, so just keep an eye. This one comes in at $159.99. Now the last one I want to show you here is the MSI Optix. This is the MAG342CQR. I'm actually thinking of picking this up myself. Coming in at $209.99. It's a 144 Hz monitor for that 34 inches. Resolution 3440 at 1440p. It's got HDR. It's curved display. Has your normal HDMI, DisplayPort, audio jack. You have your adjustable stand, so it goes up and down, and have your tilt and swivel. At that $209.99, that's a pretty hard price to beat right now, especially for this MSI. Now I think it is a VA panel, even though it doesn't say up here. So you're gonna have to look at your trade-offs between a VA and IPS, depending on what you want. It might be one of the better options that you can get right now. Now that'll end this video. I absolutely encourage you to look over all the brand and models available, because there's something for every budget right now. I didn't really show any monitors above $250 because, for example, you can certainly get a great deal on those higher end ones right now if you want to, but I was trying to stay within a certain budget. It's hard to cover everything tech related going on sale, but I have more videos coming as we head into the final 2 days of Prime sales right now. You can also check out places like Best Buy, Newegg, Walmart, because they have their own quote Prime sales going on to compete with Amazon. This was Blue Screen of Tech, and I'll see you shortly.